Thank you very much. Dear Mrs. President of the Greek Tourism National Organization, dear Mr. Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen. There is no longer any doubt whatsoever that it is right here that we have just came across the palace of King Minos according to the legend. That was the title of the official communique presented by the British archaeologist Sir Arthur Evans before the Parliament of Crete on 1st of June 1901. That was undoubtedly a historic afternoon, as a very significant page was actually being written in the world's cultural history. Today, several decades later, on the occasion of this great event, currently held at the Museum of London, which aims to showcase our cultural heritage as the source of creativity in the contemporary world of the region of Crete, is delighted to support and maintain the daily endeavors made by archaeologists, artists, designers, writers, scientists in every possible way. Their unflagging efforts have one and only goal: to preserve and convey the spirit of the Minoan culture to modern reality. Ladies and gentlemen, the presence of so many distinguished personalities here today, the decisive contributions of our outstanding speakers that are coming up, as well as the participation of great artists in this event, confirm the fact that the Minoan civilization has left an indelible mark on the course of human history. Please allow me to emphasize the fact that the Minoan civilization is an important part of the world's cultural heritage, a legacy that we feel very responsible and committed to, even though thousands of years separate us from that era. It is so natural to feel the burden of the responsibility to preserve the great natural heritage on our shoulders, since it has laid the foundations of our common European history. And whilst bearing this great responsibility and this great legacy, I would say that we also have the collective experience and the knowledge to realize that our cultural heritage, it's not our own privilege, but it's a property to the humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, for Crete, culture is the main axis on which the island has been moving for time and space for centuries. In short, one could say that the cultural tradition of Crete constitutes the fixed rails on which Crete has been moved forward over the centuries, already since the Minoan era, the period when the first organized civilization flourished in the European territory. Culture is the power that organizes and promotes human behavior. It mobilizes humans to strive for superior individual and collective achievements. Culture is not just part of evolution, it drives the wheel of evolution, as we all know very well. Yet, that reality is not affected by the natural environment, which reflects and completes evolution. That makes sense, since the natural environment is the space that nurtures self-awareness and measure, which delimit and also support the development of our financial and social activities. Investing in culture means investing in tomorrow, an investment in the future of our land. This is an unprecedented development process, since bringing together elements from the past creates the condition for a brighter future. Thus, the cultural capital of our land is redeposited into our intangible development bank, capable of mobilizing human capital and other forms of resources, with the ultimate goal of investment and development. And this is because culture nurtures and reinforces the sense of identity, collectivity, creativity, and optimism, which are a prerequisite for improving the business environment and boosting the development process within a cohesive society which leaves no space for exclusions. More than ever before, Greece, our islands, and of course Crete needs to move towards this direction. Bear in mind, we have developed a partnership with Branding Heritage in recent years, a basis on which we have been implementing our plan to relocate the place of Crete on the world's cultural map. Thank you. The said cultural map has been dominated by prominent personalities such as Picasso, who characteristically stated, "If one could draw all the paths I've traveled upon on a piece of paper and then join them with a line, he would probably draw a minotaur." While my speech comes to a close, please allow me to make a special mention to a person from Crete, to a creator who confirmed the words of a great Cretan author, Nikos Kazantzakis, "Our lives are a flash of a lightning through though we have time during his short life." That short, yet rich, was the life of Sophia Kokosalaki, to whom Crete has recently bid farewell, for she was a genuine child. Last year, Sophia Kokosalaki was honored by Branding Heritage and the Region of Crete at Heraklion Archaeological Museum for her valuable contribution to the promotion of the Greek heritage and the Minoan culture on the international fashion scene. Sophia Kokosalaki's works confirm the fact that the Minoan Crete constitutes a great legacy for all the contemporary artists, for those who dedicate their lives to creation, to conveying images and emotions to the modern world, thus contributing to the prevention of our common ecumenical cultural heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to point out that the active participation of the region of Crete in the cultural development of our land by showcasing temporary culture and by merging our inexhaustible cultural heritage with the artistic creation of our times. This is a strategic choice for us. We believe that through the merging of new elements with old ones, and since ancient artifacts have always been a source of inspiration for contemporary artists, cultural heritage does not remain static. On the contrary, it is assimilated, transfigured, and showcased through contemporary works of art. In this context, we are also runners, participating in a sort of unusual cultural Olympic Games, which start in Knossos, take the form of the Prince of the Lilies, and from the Minoan Palace of Malya, it travels around the world, carried by the bees. I land with another quote of Mr. Kazantzakis, dedicated for Sophia's mother. Mrs. Stella Kokosalakis says that eternity is not quantity, it's quality, and this is a very big and simple secret.
I wander upon the footsteps of my mentor, on the stone, on the snow, on the sand, on the sea. I follow the hidden trail of his inspiration. Every corner a memory, every route a challenge, every person an invitation. How simple and frugal a thing happiness is. The clouds had scattered, the sun was shining, and wild Crete was smiling peacefully. Open your heart and follow the land's calling. I wish we knew the language of the stones, the flowers, the rain. They may be shouting at us, and we do not hear them. You create your own happiness in every look, every breath, every step. Sound, smell, touch, taste, sight, all in the servitude of the soul. Senses overwhelmed. I passed by the fields, walked by the shore. I got briefly acquainted with the water, the earth, the wind. I gathered aromatic wild herbs, and my palms were fragrant with savory sage and pennyroyal. In Crete, the stranger is still the unknown god. All doors and hearts open before him.